representing the Black Cats. He is. HawK has never been to Aurora. Always eliminated in the qualifiers. Didn't buy a ticket himself, but this time it's supposed to be his year.
It'd be great to see HawK be able to meet everyone. The offline events. We've had the pleasure and the privilege in Sweden. I'm sure you have many other times as well. Don't know if he was at Anaheim, but it's always nice. Always nice to hang out with HawK. He's a cool guy.
He was with us at the Blizzard headquarters 1 year, 2 years before. He's still wearing that shirt we got there for free pretty much every single day. The red one, it's from that event. Unbelievable. Like, mine's got holes. I don't know if I have moths and he doesn't, but he's still wearing that shirt. Takes good care. I don't know how he does it. Gotta ask him. But before we go into the nitty and the gritty of this matchup at the moment, we gotta thank a couple of people. All Tower says, Carson, did you notice the number of the subs today? 3?
I did. I was absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. It was only, and like you say, June, from experience, is the slowest month of the year normally. This is like got to be the highest it's been in 2024, right?
I think this is an all-time high.
Really? That's awesome. Well deserved, Neo. You've been grinding.
It's a team effort. What would we be without your broadcast on a Friday and Kleine Schildpad donating hundreds and hundreds of subs because you are so awesome?
That's true, you know. Yeah, no, you know, me and Klein were putting in work a couple weeks ago. You know, I'll just say that. I'll take half the credit.
Half the credit. I like it. And of course, Kluberquake's the GOAT, and so many others. Like Peva 1985, Toast in the Shell, Doing Work, and Taunting again. Now, back to the game though. We still have a Fastia. We still go Headhunters, despite the nerf. Still working out quite well. And Teddster opens up the series with 2 peasant kills.
Yeah, experience for 1 and a third one quite damaged. There was opportunity for a rock golem steal as well, which we've seen happen many times. Talking about Sweden, that's how Soen beat Cruncher on this map. Just last hit the golem and Cruncher left the game. Very much possibility when you go for that lab creep. It's very greedy to do so, but it works out for HawK. And the Arcane Tower's up as well. This is looking like a slower tech, but going for a quick level 3 for HawK.
I agree. And from what I have observed recently, there's 2 things to play this matchup as a human. A, you play it like HawK, and B, you don't play it like HawK. And if you play like HawK, you annihilate people, and Orc have no chance. And if you don't play like HawK, then you lose.
And HawK is playing 2 farm tech rifles, or is he playing fast expansion these days?
He's playing 1 base into burrow harass on various timings. But most importantly, you gotta be in the Orc base early on at the beginning of tier 2, or around the tier 2 timing.
Interesting, yeah, because there was always sort of the idea of you can invest a lot of militia and delay your tech and get an early level 3 and then be able to pressure the Orc with you know, many more footmen, maybe defend sometimes, level 3 Archmage, better items, or you can not power creep like that, stay on level 2 Archmage and just get a very fast tech, which doesn't allow you to do damage to the Orc's base, but allows you to creep your Mountain King quicker. There's always those 2 sort of philosophies. I always thought the level 3 Archmage approach was stronger as an Orc player, but human players tend to play the rifle thing more commonly, at least. But HawK has always been one to change up his style.
Freaking beast, man. It's incredible. What I like by Teddster is that he puts on a lot of pressure. He is certainly delaying level 3. HawK is not going to have the sharpest of timings. And what I adore is spike barricades. What an upgrade, man. It makes such a difference if the footmen are getting attacked by these spikes or attacking themselves or whatever they do or not. And this is good stability for Teddster. I like what he's doing so far.
Yeah, the spikes were first, I feel like, really used in this matchup by Linguagua. Weirdly enough, when Linguagua had that short stint of being a really, really strong top contender at times. Dark Ranger's second.
It's the Pogi Tower push!
Oh my god. And is there no defend for HawK?
There is.
Oh, there is. Okay, it does have defend. So the Dark Ranger's going to have to do a lot of heavy lifting against these footmen.
Good old Pogi Tower push. Razor Moon is getting some PTSD. Fastia, Dark Ranger, whenever you're an underdog, and your name is Teddster, or like if you're a German Fasti Headhunter orc, this is the strat. I've seen it in Meisterschaft, I've seen it in Dach Inferno, and it's surprisingly effective.
The defend is helping out a lot. Mountain King, actually. If HawK loses this game, it's because he didn't immediately grab a panda when he saw this push coming towards him. Ooh, Headhunters. 4 of them taking a lot of damage. 1 already died, but nice micro from Teddster. If he has Troll Regen, that's going to help out a ton. There should be a decent amount of skeletons as long as the Dark Ranger's microed properly, but the Headhunters, oh my god, if only there's a heal scroll available at this timing.
Oh, it's quite a murder as HawK is reaching level 3 as well. The spikes might help against footmen, but they don't help against water elementals. And he certainly don't have insurance against damage like that. Teddster's losing 1 unit after the next and the game, and HawK takes the 1-0.
Respect the attempt. Respect the attempt. When you're against a player as good as HawK, when you're against someone that is a pretty big favorite, go for the cheese, go for the weird all-ins. That's the time when I do think it's most acceptable to just go for wild build orders.
That was quite wild, and it was an attempt, and I respect it as well. I told Teddster, go Wyvern. He didn't go Wyvern, and he lost. It's his own fault, to be honest.
True. Not wrong, not wrong. Maybe he could do it in game 2, especially if HawK is going for fast expansion, which I feel like HawK was initially trying to do before his creeping got so interrupted by the Farseer harass.
Yeah, I guess so too. I think this entire setup was very good delay, good stability, and then I don't know if at this position you still have to go for the tower pusher if you could still play it from there. Tough to say, but it is what it is.
Yeah, that was apparently, was that really level 2 spike barricades as well? That's awesome. That's the earliest level 2 spikes you can get. It is better than reinforced because it works with towers that are constructing. And it does a ton of damage. I think people overlook spike barricades for a long time. It's an insanely good upgrade.
It's insanely good support coming from Canada here. The Soul of a Mortal watching on YouTube. Greetings to YouTube. Give us a thumbs up if you like what we do. With a super chat. Thank you guys for the cast. Our pleasure. Can you thank him in Canadian-ish?
Hey, thanks, bud. Appreciate you, man.
Here we go. Don Opie also. Thank you for the 7 month. Uwu. Of course, you get an uwu for me. What's some? Did you see the lobby chat?
Yeah, getting a little spicy.
It is getting spicy. HawK is adamant that ping equalizer is absolutely necessary. Teddster was saying a bit like, real EQ fanboy, eh? And things went from there.
A lot of pressure, because it seems like, we're having fun here. But at the end of the day, this qualifier is a big deal. This is a plane ticket. This is an offline event when there isn't many. This is a huge thing to win. HawK probably taking it very serious because he is one of the players that is a big favorite to get one of these 3 tickets.
That's right. He is probably not a favorite in his winner bracket part of the bracket, because he will eventually meet Happy. But in the lower bracket, he can do quite some damage when his opponents are Side, Razor Moon, Dice, some of X-Lord, Jens, Francis. That's where HawK is probably shining.
Yeah, I wouldn't put him as a top 3, but probably top 5, which means he's going to have to fight for it, which means he's absolutely has to take it serious. He has to take every match serious, and he has to do slight upsets probably to make it there, because, it might be, Happy, X-Lord, Starbuck that would be the 3 favorites even. And then HawK right. Maybe 4th or 5th.
Can't wait to get X-Lord versus Jens. X-Lord versus Starbuck, the age-old rivalry. Oh, the Twitter accounts will be burning if that is happening.
People still use that website?
What? Yeah, of course. Didn't you just post recently?
I just did it to make fun of Ricky. That's the only reason I use it.
At Carson with a C. Does anyone still use this effing site?
Oh, there we go. Nice.
And then you called out Hitman for being a loser with 24 thumbs down and 24 sob emojis.
That was supporting Hitman and calling out Ricky, actually, though. If you look at the context, to be fair, I would never call it Hitman, okay? He's the greatest player of all time. except for Happy, who I called the greatest player of all time earlier. I'm
Right.
consistent.
I mean, people have forgotten, man. We're an old community.
Yeah.
So Teddster says he's gonna win this with Neo coaching. I'm all here for it. I saw HawK versus... Who was it? Ah, damn, who was it? HawK? HawK was the underdog. Was it versus Dice? I'm not 100% sure. He was the underdog, lost game 1 with like standard. And then on map 2, he played a super cheeky mass Wyvern playstyle and annihilated absolutely everything. Yeah, it was Dice. Heroes melted in seconds, Dice tapped out, and game was done. Teddster, I want to see exactly that from you.
Yeah, it is something overlooked sometimes. Like, human players might not even think of it as a possibility. But there was a time when human players had to get a guard tower on time for the Wind Riders, just in case it happened. And nowadays, they don't even think about it because they're playing rifles so often that it's out of the meta. But if HawK wants to play this, you know, mass caster, fast level 3 style, you might have to think about that guard tower.
My words exactly, Carson. My words. So, let's see where this goes. Farsi already level 2, bit more creeping, less aggression. As we get 300 bits by Dodonsky. Thank you very much. Party 100, downs game indeed. All tower, also with the sub. Much appreciated. Teddster had a goal, and that was prevent the Archmage from reaching 3. And HawK's Archmage just reached level 3.
But Teddster did get level 2, so Chain Lightning will help against the footman pressure. At least a little bit. I am spiking a ton, by the way, so just let me know if I lag, and I'll leave if it's...
All good so far.
Okay, good. I can definitely understand what's going on, but I don't want to interrupt the players. But yeah, he'll be able to defend the footman a little bit easier with that level 2 Farseer and a couple of items. But one Headhunter already falling, and you can't be losing Headhunters if you want to go for the same build as last game, but maybe he won't. He's getting spike barricades, though.
Yes, as a coach for all the ORC players out there, I do criticize them quite a bit these days, just as you criticize Kaho for his expansion position in the
yes.
In the special broadcast. Yeah, he should go spike barricades. It's really good. I love it.
Yeah, I 100% agree with that. I think anytime you see a human player prioritizing levels over tech, spike barricades blind. Even if you don't think they'll be able to make it to your base, always, if you see them trying to creep level 3, you get spike barricades as part of the build order. 100% agree.
Ooh, how is this burrow so hurt? Was it just the water elemental split by HawK?
And no repair for a little bit.
Ooh, okay.
Online. I feel like HawK should be going for the burrows. He's going to damage the peons right now. I feel like he could have gotten this burrow if he jumped on it. Maybe he's afraid of the spikes.
You should be.
Yeah.
Good reaction by HawK, I think, as one peon goes down.
Ooh, surround on the water elemental, a little happy-esque there, like defending us onto Goldmine. You like to see that from Teddster.
Fortunately, the Headhunt is a bit fragile here against this Archmage. Number 2 goes down. Number 3 goes down as well. And defense footies, man. They did a ton of damage and now they're just walking out like it's nothing.
And he's going TC second, Teddster. Despite building quite a few Headhunters, I feel like KiwiCocky showed us this in the past. If you want to mass Headhunters versus human, you kind of got to go Shadowhunter second because you need Hex to deal with the defend. But I guess it's not pure Headhunters. We at least see a Bestiary. And for HawK, he did go Blacksmith. He's actually going Rifleman, which is a little bit of a confused strat, in my opinion. Going for a slow tech, yet still going for a momentum-based strategy like Rifleman as opposed to casters.
And also... he's adding a Paladin second, which is also not necessarily momentum-based.
Definitely, yeah. Although it is fun. Maybe that's what HawK's having right now.
And it does help, of course, against the hero focus of Wyvern, if we're getting there.
Yeah, that would be funny if HawK was just blind countering Mass Wind Riders because of what Teddster said at the start of the game.
I mean, HawK is listening to quite a few of our broadcasts as well. Made me an offer once to team up with him at WAL 2-on-2, but unfortunately had to decline. He knows I'm a big fan of Wyvern.
And we are getting one. Okay, not 2 Bestiary. but
Yeah,
one because
that's a
of the
problem.
lumber.
Yeah, that's a problem.
Yeah.
If you have to go Wyvern, it's gotta be double beastery. But he'll figure it out. Hope he use it. Like, do you use it for creeping now, or do you use it for harass?
If he goes into the main, he would get something done. There's Peasant Split on both sides. Arcane Tower can't defend the Gold Mine, I think, if the Windrider positions properly. So it might be able to do something. Not as much as 2 would, but maybe he could force HawK to be a little bit more defensive, which is kind of what Teddster needs right now. He needs HawK to not be aggressive.
Yeah, let's see how that goes. For now, creeping with defend and rifles easily doable. You definitely want the armor upgrade via Aura. And Teddster is a good boy, is listening. Second beastery coming now as he had the lumber. And TC levels are coming.
Yeah, TC is going to be very, very helpful with the focus fire. You're talking about the hero focus. Maybe if he gets level 2 stomp. To try to find even a paladin kill. Archmage might be a little bit trickier, but the paladin doesn't have a fine shield. Luckily, at least for HawK, he has a push of invulnerability. These heroes do seem pretty safe.
I agree. Also, kind of funny that HawK finds a crystal ball, to be honest, as he complains about this item for 10 years straight. Book of the Dead might be useful. If he wants to use it on burrows, that's certainly doable. But more Wyvern, and levels are definitely looking better than last game.
Yeah, this is lining up quite well for Teddster. He's at the lab. I would be surprised if he didn't get a Zeppelin and try to play a little bit hit and run. He's got a TP. He's cleared the Expo. He could go for a Zeppelin, try to play a Zeppelin drop style, and get towers up the expansion behind this. This would be some classic Orc lane play. But he's not going to, and HawK's going into his main.
No reinforced defenses. No static defense. This might hurt.
HawK just TPs though.
Boom!
He leaves a couple of footmen.
And solid
No
escape
bolt.
as well. No bolt indeed. So
actually, without a Mountain King, you could just do this all day. Once he does get reinforced defenses, at least, like, how are you going to catch any units?
Ooh. Wyvern at home, saving the burrow. Hopefully, maybe, not sure.
You need to send wolves back or something. You can't do this with just Wind Riders.
So from my perspective, this game is a lot better than game 1. And the presence of Wyvern made everything better.
It's true. It's true. Can't deny the truth. And HawK is building 4 guard towers at home.
Oh, and eventually the burrow falls. Oh no. Missed the repair for a little bit. Yeah, he really wants to be safe. He doesn't want to lose to Teddster this game.
Okay, 4 riflemen. You can deal with it. I mean, the hero levels are quite good for Teddster. They're equal, at least, for both players. But with Chain Lightning level 2, Shockwave level 2, he can speed scroll, maybe catch the priests, and then the AoE can really start to work. I mean, he could win this fight if everything goes perfectly and HawK maybe mispositions for a second.
Again, the Book of the Dead. Again, the peons of work. Nobody works on a Saturday in Teddster City.
A player's forces are under attack.
Yeah, these 5 towers, man. 6, 7, 8 towers.
HawK is just like, you want to play this game? I can play this game. I can play this game.
Neil, we will work on that. He sees no way out. At least he takes it with a smile, as one should, and the favorite prevails with the 2-0, advances into the winner bracket quarterfinal.
Nice try. I respect the attempts, but HawK, the favorite there, makes it, and he will be playing none other than Dice, who defeated Krasic as well. So that should be a great match, a classic for me at this point. I see this almost every Friday these days.
Can you cast this with your eyes closed by now?
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, but they do go back and forth, which is the exciting part. I mean, some weeks HawK just plays really well. And then, you know, most often Dice is the favorite going into it because I feel like Dice is putting more effort in these days than HawK just in general. But the weeks where HawK plays good, he plays really good, especially in this matchup.
Hell yeah, dude.